OSP invites former Ghana Airport Company Limited board chairman Paul Adom-Okyere for questioning over alleged corruption in an airport revenue assurance audit contract. And this is a very interesting story. But before then, make sure so be like you be subscribe you and share am afufro so enya bi ahwe. Enti no on the 31st of July 2025, OSP actual letter Edema Paul Adom-Okyere questioning him over a corruption activities via a course under the care as a board chairman of Ghana Airport Company Limited. Now in the letter state here said this is an issue between a Ghana Airport Company Limited and our friends from Jumakobia from Evertex Logistics Limited. Now Paul Adom-Okyere Muka say onya letter no and I just offer the lawyers Akufo the lawyers now they told him say this is what is going on and Akufo the lawyers no catch and say oh omu kompomanya copy of the letter but no enya idea omu betimi akọ the exact data OSP kese ajaben edito honum injino metro back to the OSP requesting say ankebeya on schedule the meeting because omu kokumase akoya de nti say bia say Friday and Monday no metimi ehia ontimi enye ne sa OSP receive a letter no eno kind of say no wa reject letter no opeso hu Paul Adom-Okyere enimani ya ende Thursday na se wentimi amba they are going to take action. Now in the letter no Paul Adom-Okyere muka say letter no suggested say he is part of the corruption activities via a course a Ghana Airport Company Limited. Abro no company say no or former board na kakane no or board chairman but say no or former board enti ontia say enti a OSP chinchina or person or involving into something he knows nothing about it.
Good morning, viewers. I've not woken up, and Facebook, fellow Facebook users, I've not woken up with this early in a very long time. But Kisi Ajaben has brought me here very early in the morning because the number of calls I received between yesterday 5 p.m. and 11 p.m. is amazing. I've never got that number of calls. It gives a compelling reason why I have to come here and explain the things that Kisi Ajaben is doing. So this is the beginning of the story. The people saw this on social media. OSP invites Paul Adom-Okyere of over GACL contract. He alleges witch hunt. That was an interview I granted Joy and City. And here is OSP orders former Ghana Airport Company Limited board chair Paul Adom-Okyere to present himself for questioning over corruption probe into a revenue assurance audit deal. Okay, so this is the basis on which everyone was calling me, everybody. And I read social media last night, and this morning I haven't because we just came to do this very early, so you can see it. I read social media, and some people were very happy that, oh, yeah, Paul Adom-Okyere, and we pray for them. Many others who called me personally, people I don't know, calling from outside the country, everybody talking about, oh, because you are doing this OSP, what is the matter? What does it entail? What is he talking about? So it's a short story, but if you tell a short story to 25 people, then it becomes long. So I want to put the story out now based on the letter that the OSP wrote, what they are looking for, so we can see it. So let's begin with the letter that the OSP wrote to me. So this is the letter that the OSP wrote to me. It's here. It says that it's on 25th July and it's addressed to me, Paul Adom-Okyere, former board chair, Ghana Airport Company. Direction to attend the office of the special prosecutor. It says the Office of the Special Prosecutor, the OSP, has commenced the investigations into suspected corruption and corruption-related offences in respect of the Revenue Assurance Audit Services Agreement between the Ghana Airport Company, GACL, and Evertex Logistics Limited. You are considered a suspect in this investigation. Accordingly, you are directed to report to the Office of the Special Prosecutor, located at 6 Haile Selassie Avenue, South Ridge, Accra, on Thursday, 31 July at 3 p.m. for an interview. You may be accompanied by legal counsel of your choice. So this is the letter that Kisi wrote, and this afternoon that he said we should appear. So when I got the letter, sometime yesterday or so, they called me. Somebody called from the OSP office. But they had called me, I didn't see it. So I called back as I usually do, and then somebody said, "I'm from the OSP office. I have been looking for you to give you a letter," and they directed me to the airport. And I said, "But what are you doing at the airport?" "I don't do anything at the airport. I'm not there. I'm in my office at Metro TV at Ridge. So bring it over." So they brought the letter over, and this was the letter. So quickly I sent it to the lawyers that OSPs had invited me, we need to go. And they said, "Oh, When has they said? I said, they said Thursday. And they said, Thursday we can't. Thursday we are busy. We have Court of Appeal in Kumasi and all that. Can we, what about Friday? I said, I don't know whether he can do Friday. And they said, well, the best thing will be Monday. I said, so how do we go about it? They said, okay, let's write to the OSP. So we wrote this letter to the OSP, indicating that we can't come today, but we can come on Monday, 3 o'clock, the same 3 o'clock. This is the letter we wrote. It's as follows. It's written from Akufo-Addo Prempeh & Co., the law firm, the letterhead. It's written to the Director, Asset Recovery and Management Division, Office of the Special Prosecutor, Haile Selassie Avenue. And it's the topic is direction to attend the Office of the Special Prosecutor, Mr. Paul Adom-Okyere. We asked for Paul Adom-Okyere. Your letter reference so and so. We have been notified by our client and received the letter with reference aforementioned, the effect of which invites our clients to your office in respect of investigations into suspected corruption and corruption-related offences concerning revenue assurance audit service between the Ghana Airport Company and Evertex Logistics. We write to inform you that we shall be unable to attend your office on the requested date of 31st July 2025 at 3 in the afternoon, and hence shall be unavailable to provide our clients with the legal representation so required by law. We consequently request that the meeting be rather fixed for Monday, 4th August 2025 at 3 in the afternoon. We are grateful and apologies for any possible inconvenience. The letter is signed by the lawyer. So we wrote this to the OSP. Now, the OSP, when he sent us the letter, then quickly leaked it to the media. This is what he does all the time. Leak to the media to try and create the impression that you have done something wrong. Oh, this is showboating. Every media must see everything. We didn't leak the letter. The letter came to us. And quickly he leaked it to the media. He didn't tell the media that we had requested. So when I granted an interview to Joy FM, I said that we had requested and then to shift the date. And then they brought this very brutal letter after that. This very, very brutal one on 30th, yesterday. It says as follows. They wrote to Akufo-Addo Prempeh & Co. And it says direction to attend the OSP office. Listen to the language. Reference is made to your letter dated 30th July with reference number so and so, in which you seek to reschedule the suspect's appearance before. Okay. Please be advised that the office cannot, unfortunately, accept the proposed alternative date. The suspect is required to report as directed on 31st July at 3 p.m. at the Office of the Special Prosecutor, located at Haile Selassie North Ridge. While a presentation of their choice, it must be understood that the law firm operates as chambers, comprising multiple lawyers. In circumstances where a particular lawyer is unavailable, any other qualified lawyer from the same firm may represent the suspect without prejudice to his right to counsel. The Office of the Special Prosecutor is discharging a statutory mandate under the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act, and does so with the expectation of full cooperation. Failure to appear as directed may amount to obstruction or non-cooperation, and the office reserves the right to take appropriate legal action, including compulsion measures in accordance with the law. For administrative purposes, it will be helpful for all future correspondence to be addressed to the special prosecutor through the undersigned. I don't know who is the undersigned. Who signed the letter? Okay, it doesn't show us who signed the letter. This is the letter that the OSP sent. By the time they were doing the media stuff, this is the letter that they had sent to me, you know. And everybody started calling me that, look, Kisi wants you to come at 3 p.m. on Thursday. He will delay you so that there's no Good Evening Ghana. He will delay you overnight, and this is what he wants to do. And why does he want to do that? Because perhaps he has wind of some PDS petition that is going to him, blah, 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 that we are involved in. That's coming later. Okay, so now let's get to the substance of the letter. So what is the story about? What is the whole brouhaha story about? So in his letter, in the letter of the OSP, he says that, the original letter, he says that he's investigating some revenue assurance, something like that. Okay. In my interviews, I wondered why a board chairman is connected with something that has to do with procurement and all that, because under the Procurement Act, board chairman is not a part of it. The Procurement Act doesn't mention a board chairman anywhere. But anyway, this is Kisi Ajabe and the OSP, so no problem. All right. So he says he's investigating something related to revenue assurance audit service of a contract between some company, Evertex. At the board at the Ghana Airport Company, sometime around 2022, the Ghana Airport Company needed money. I mean, there was not enough money in the system, so they needed money. So the board invited the minister to sort of discuss the the fees and charges, whether the minister could go through parliament and increase the fees and charges so that the Ghana Airport Company can make some revenue. The minister said no, he can't. Because of the post-COVID Ukraine war, it's difficult to go and tell Ghanaians to pay more. So the board should find ways of raising more money, especially non-aeronautical. These are documented in terms of the policy to raise money through non-aeronautical. It's documented. What is non-aeronautical? If you buy a ticket, I buy a ticket, the airport company gets some money. That's aeronautical. Non-aeronautical is whether they deal in some land or they give somebody space to sell meat pie or somebody is doing something or other things that we can do, especially at the cargo area. See how we can get more revenue. All that is documented. So we were looking for people who can help us in different ways to raise non-aeronautical revenue for the airport, because we're not going to get the fees and charges, because the government policy is that you can't do fees and charges at this time post Russia-Ukraine war. So somebody contacted the board and said that, look, you guys are losing money at cargo, and I can do it. My company can do it. So we said, okay, come to the board and come and do a presentation, which is very normal, very, very normal. So they came to the board to do a presentation and said that this is what we know and this is how it works. The board told them that, yes, you have told us what it is, but there's no real evidence. You haven't given us any evidence that, in fact, we are losing money. And then they said that to do that, we have to work with your management to come and tell you, because we need access to your systems. When we get access to your systems, then we'll be able to tell you in the things that are the revenue that's happened already. So today is July. They will take last year's revenue and show you that this revenue that you got 1 million cedis, you could have gotten 3 million cedis. This revenue that you have 2 million cedis could have gotten 6 million cedis. So the management gave them that, and then they did that. And then the management brought them to the board the second time and said the people have finished their work, so let the board hear them. So the board heard them. And then they seem to know what they are talking about. They seem to show that, yes, revenue was lost and revenue can be gained. So the board told management that, okay, go ahead, which is also normal. The board tells the management, MD and your people, go ahead and work with them and report back to us. So they did, and they went to work with them. And then we continue our meetings. I had forgotten about it. I don't know anything about it. Then the management comes back that they finished with the people. They brought a proposal. It's a workable proposal, but it looks like the proposal, the people are saying that, well, I left something out. When the people said they wanted to do the audit, the original audit, we told them, and I in particular said it at the board meeting, that we can't pay any money. The Ghana Airport Company cannot pay you any money at all to do this work. You have to find your own money to do the audit and come and convince us that we need the service. So they said, okay, they'll do that. They'll pay their own money. This is also in letters. In letters that they wrote that there will be no financial commitment from the airport company. Till today, there's no financial commitment from the airport company. Absolutely none. So they went to do the audit and came back, as I said. And then we were satisfied that they can do something. So management should continue to work with them. Management came back and said they brought a proposal and they are looking at it. However, what they are asking for in the proposal is that if they are commissioned to do the work, whatever money they gain for the Ghana Airport Company, on top of what we were getting already, they want 20%. So, for instance, if they find that in the importation part of frozen food or something like that, airport was getting 1 million, but with their work, we now have 2 million, then there's 1 million that they have added to what the airport...
Yes, so that was Paul Adom-Okyere Ochimu Ekase. If you compare Mbana or your board chairman of Ghana Airport Company Limited Company, there are some certain contractor at Ghana Airport Company Limited management handle without getting himself involved. Ajisebia asamno baby edunu anu odin. And I just say board chairman obetimi abam. Etinu sa audit na a course between Ghana Airport Company Limited and Afinsuno Evertex Logistics Limited no can be. And if you compare omotro edema Evertex Logistics say they are not going to pay anything after their audit. So they should find, money themselves and do whatever they want to do. And after all this, OSP, Chenchina, Office of the Special Prosecutor, or Pese, or question, Nania, Office of the Special Prosecutor, no one say, Jandam, agenda bin or Setia, or Peso Gune Nimasi, or Pese Public Linia who say, or no Paul Adom-Okyere Company, or corrupt, but any idea, Sir Jandam, no. Ebefa, Ebusia, aha, Authentic Plus Studio, making sure so be like you be subscribe, you know, share, I'm a full phone, so no, and ya be ashe.